Oh, they are. We're dancing it. Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
That's what she said. I mean, depending on. Yeah.
Hi, Ross.
Oh, nice.
He requested his own entrance song, which is pretty great. Wait, is your mic not on?
All right.
Wait, let's check the mic. Technical difficulties. It's a live show. Here, you talk for a second.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. I think yes.
Fabulous. How are you
right.
doing, Ross?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm great.
How
I'm
was
amazing.
everyone? How was everyone? All right, Miami. Nice.
Yeah. Have you been enjoying the 305?
I am. I always love Miami. Miami's a great time. I can't live here though. I get into too much trouble. I think it's just, a few days in Miami is perfect.
Right.
But if you lived here, I feel like I get into trouble for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
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 I mean, plus you have to fight through the traffic. It's bad.
Yeah, the traffic is no joke out here. How do you guys deal with it? There you go.
That's fair.
Okay, that's
very.
smart.
It really.
There you go.
Perfect. I love it.
Nice.
Okay, so you came out to Danzig. Let me ask, I'm not sure how big of a wrestling fan you are, but if you were to have an entrance theme song, what do you think would be your entrance song?
I'd want it to be as ridiculous as possible.
Okay.
I'd want it probably something by Ween.
We
Ween. they like that idea.
apparently.
Yeah, Ween.
I do know.
I
Ween.
love Ween. Who knows Ween? Anybody here?
No, Ween.
No.
W-E-E-N.
Yeah, W-E-E-N. Yeah. Anyway, they're
Push
a great band.
Push a little
Or
daisies or something.
Push a little daisies.
Yeah, that's a great. It's a great
or we
one.
could do which one? Ocean Man. Yeah, that's a good one. There's a whole album called 12 Golden Country Favorites, and it's only got 11 tracks. I think. It's
Oh,
very
wow.
fun. Anyway, they're very funny. Just something stupid. I want it to be as stupid as possible, and then I want to be the heel. I really want to be the heel.
Yeah,
in the
I mean,
wrestling
I feel like that's valid, and I wanted.
Yeah.
I think the last convention we did was around Halloween, and I know you maybe mentioned you were going to be Macho Man. Was that for real or
Yeah,
not?
I really wanted to be Macho Man last year, but the costume didn't come in time, so I was like,
Oh no.
yeah. So I was a pirate instead. That's
I mean, it's kind of fun.
it's all right, but it wasn't Macho Man.
No.
That would have been the best because once I'm in character, I don't break character. Like when I do Halloween, I do it right. Like I get into the
your
mode.
method?
Oh yeah. I have to be that person all day long. Yeah.
I feel like every person has a Macho Man impression.
Let's hear it.
Anybody?
Everybody. Let me hear your macho. Oh yeah, brother. Oh, nice.
I mean, pretty good. Now
Bonding,
we're
yeah.
making friends. We're bonding
This
over
is
Macho
great.
Man
This is important.
impressions.
Yeah.
Oh, they know each other. Even better. Cool. Okay, so I wanted to start, and I congratulated you yesterday, but congrats again on Pokemon.
Thank
This is
you.
very
Thank you.
exciting.
Thank you, yeah.
What can you tell us about joining the Pokemon universe?
It's been great. I mean, I didn't grow up with Pokemon so much myself because I think I was just a little bit older than when that was super big in the 90s. But I've always been intrigued by anime in general, and my cousins love Pokemon. They've played every iteration of the games. They watched all the original show, and when I got the audition, I was like, I really want to work on this and really make it good because I would love to be a part of that. And then now that I can talk about it, my cousins are all freaking out, and it's cool to see, because it has such a rich history. It's been 40-some years of. I mean, what we've seen is a drop in the bucket, but it's been around for a long time, and it's a hell of a what's IP, I guess. Yeah, that's yeah.
For sure. What can you tell us about your character?
Hassel is one of the professors, and he teaches the young upstarts how to use their Pokeballs and their Pokemon to defeat villains and whatnot. It's really cool.
Do you have a favorite Pokemon character, or we're still learning?
I mean, Pikachu, of course.
Oh, okay.
I love Pikachu.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Pikachu?
Mine's Trubbish. Do you know Trubbish?
Is it a turtle that's rubbish?
It is a bag of trash. It is a literal, right?
That's a real character?
It is.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I forget who I was doing a panel for many suns and moons ago, and someone's like, oh, this is the coolest character. I didn't know it was real, and I have a card now that I keep with me.
Crocolore's a cool one, too.
Yeah.
That's just a giant crocodile.
That is pretty fun.
But I like this trash Pokemon. That's cool.
Trubbish, yeah.
Trubbish.
You're so welcome. Awesome. When did you realize that you had a knack for being able to use your voice and
I know I said we weren't going to talk about last stage, but probably from Boy Scouts.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We used to do campfire ceremonies every month. We'd go camping, and then we'd have these ceremonies where we, basically do skits. And we started making fun of some of the Scoutmasters and doing their voices, and I think it worked. It got some laughs, and I just kind of went from there. So.
I was a Girl Scout. Does that help? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Did you do that too, or?
I don't. I feel like mine wasn't the same. We just had to like say the code and
You didn't have
make
campouts
crafts.
or anything?
I don't think I went to them.
Oh wow.
My mom's shaking her head. No, I wasn't that involved. And then when did you realize that this was something that you could like pivot into a career?
It really wasn't even until 15 years ago. I didn't realize there was a whole market for people can do like celebrity impressions for voiceover, and it's opened so many doors. With obviously What If, with X-Men, with Avengers, like all of those were got just because I could do impressions of those people, and it's pretty wild, yeah.
Is there like an impression that sometimes like narrates like the voices in your head?
There's so many though.
Right. You do a lot.
It's Morgan Freeman. No, I don't know. What do you think about today? I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's. I mean, Trump recently has taken over my brain. It's like
That voice just echoes through my brain sometimes. It's very weird.
and it's kind of strange. But there's all kinds of voices. There's lots of voices up there. Yeah.
So, let's say in a scenario where you were to have one of the voices like narrate a day in your life, who do you think, like, who would be the best narrator?
I would like Michael Caine to narrate my life.
I think that would be lovely. I'm walking around the stair, and I'll notice there's a little bird outside. And I'll say, "Hello, little bird. How are you today?" And the bird said, "Chip." I don't know.
I think it's really,
That's good. Yeah. I don't know.
I love it. Are you currently like binge watching anything, or have you seen anything that you would recommend that we need to watch?
Yeah, Yellow Jackets. I'm trying to get caught
so
up on that.
good.
God, that's a great show. Fallout's amazing. Legion. If you guys haven't seen Legion, highly recommend that. I don't know. That's about all I can think of. What about you?
Well,
I heard that's good too. Landman. Yeah. Nice. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Invincible too. Yeah, of course. I mean, I didn't
Invincible.
want to, yeah, but yes, of course. I was watching that last night, the new episode. I did. Yeah. Who all has seen Invincible? Anybody here? Okay, that's good. That's great.
Wow,
I remember when it first
amazing.
came out, like only like a few people would raise their hand, and now it's really catching on. So.
yeah, it for sure has.
Yeah.
What's it been like to see it kind of like take the world by storm?
It's. I mean, I wasn't surprised because anything Robert touches kind of turns to gold. So seeing people respond positively was great. But we worked on that like crazy for years before the first season came out. And I think I was talking to you about this. Like half of Hollywood is in that show. So you got some really heavy hitters. From John Hamm to J.K. Simmons, all the way down to Sandra Oh. Like it's a huge cast, but like some Academy Award-winning actors are on that show, and I think that's why it is so compelling to watch and to see. So at least I think that's why. Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned you were watching the most recent episode. Is it surreal for you? Like, is it interesting to be able to watch yourself? Are you able to kind of like separate, or how does that work for you?
Yeah, I still am very hypercritical, but like it is cool because when I'm watching myself on camera, I am very hypercritical. I let myself have no leniency whatsoever. But with voiceover, since my face is not attached to it, I can enjoy it a little bit more. I'm not constantly picking apart what I would do differently in the future. So yeah.
And of course, X-Men '97.
Oh yeah.
So great.
Anybody see X-Men '97? Anybody? Yeah, nice.
You all have very great taste.
Yeah. Okay.
What is your favorite quality about Professor X?
Well, it's funny because we were talking about this. Some friends and I were talking about this a few weeks ago. Like, he is literally one of the most powerful mutants in the entire MCU, and he could, if he wanted to, use his powers, his immense powers, for obscene suffering and basically control the wills of millions and billions of people, but he chooses not to. And I think that's his empathy and his like gentleness with other humans and mutants is his greatest strength. I think that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Jean Grey, I think, is the most powerful mutant, and then Professor X is just beneath her. But like, either of them with their abilities could kill basically anybody. It's pretty wild.
Okay, so we were talking about shows that you're watching. You mentioned Yellow Jackets, which is so great. Okay, so the show that I'm currently watching, which is now like I'm formulating a question in my head. Have you heard of the show The Traitors?
No.
Have any of you guys seen The Traitors?
No.
Okay, so it's essentially like a game where a bunch of celebrities get together in this house in Scotland, and it's hosted by Alan Cumming.
Oh, cool.
And people are traitors, so they have to every night murder a different person in the house without anyone knowing. So I was like, which of your characters do you think would be able to get away with being a traitor?
Jeez. I mean.
And now you also have to watch it, Ross.
Yeah,
Highly
I
recommend.
will. The Traitors. What's it on?
Peacock.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Shout out to Peacock.
Yeah. This is doing the Peacock thing. That's how they say hi to each other.
That's it.
That's the
yes.
Peacock salute. What do I? Let's see here. I mean, Ultron would probably be the best.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like he's a supercomputer that can figure everything out.
Right.
And I think Ultron would do a great job.
Yeah. The biggest thing about the show, though, is you have to have the ability to just lie to everyone's face so they don't catch on.
Yeah, I think Ultron could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
He'd be really good at that.
Great choice.
He used to be a great, tactician. Mm-hmm. He would really kind of figure out how it would all work and do a million different scenarios. He'd make it work.
I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So if it's okay with you, we're going to take some questions from the crowd.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
And everyone has to ask their questions as Macho Man. No, I'm just kidding. Please do not. Anybody? Any willing villain? It is right over yonder.
Oh, yeah,
yeah, if you don't mind, just so we can hear you a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then you get to see yourself on the screen. It's this whole big thing. It's amazing.
Really terrific.
What's your name?
My name is Macho Man Randy. No, I'm kidding.
That's good.
Beautiful.
Good. Give it up.
That-
My name
was
is
great.
I'm Boris Raphael Mikolajchuk. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Oh, nice.
So my question is out of the spawn of Walking Dead, the new breakoffs from Rick and Michonne, Negan and Maggie, Daryl and Carol, like of those breakoffs, which one is your favorite? And if you could, and if you didn't get killed off by the Whispers, go on to one of those shows, which one would be the one that you would pick?
Well, so I actually didn't get killed off by the Whisperers, luckily. So I could conceivably come back in another spinoff, but I don't have cable, so I haven't seen any of the spinoffs yet. I feel terrible, but I don't have cable. So until it winds up on like Netflix, I don't know if it has yet, but then I can watch it.
It's all on Netflix now.
Oh, it is now. Okay, great.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
then I can watch it. But before then, and I'm always on the road, so there was no way. But I'm assuming they're great because they're all getting like second seasons, I think. At least, I don't know if the Rick and Michonne one is, but I know
We just finished that one. Just last night we finished that one.
This first season or second season?
First season of Rick and
Gotcha.
Michonne,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yes, I don't know. It's really kind of up to Andy if he wants to come back for that role, because I know he really wanted to focus more on his family. But what would you like to see him in? I don't know which one would you like him.
I don't know. I just think it's awesome that you have the hand and that
Yeah.
you can manipulate that to change it to different kinds of cool equipment.
Yeah.
So imagine you can do the ash with the
Oh, like a
chainsaw.
Oh yeah,
That would
I
be
asked
sick.
about that in like season 11. I was like, "Can I get a chainsaw?" And he was like, "We're already borrowing too much from Army of Darkness and Evil Dead. We don't want it to be like a straight up copy." But I will say, like, there were lots of meetings that I had with the producers about what we could attach to that.
That's
because I
awesome.
wanted it to be like He-Man's, not Man at Arms. What's the character?
Yeah. Man at Arms.
Yeah. Like that. I just wanted him to have like a million different, like a Swiss Army arm.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be
It's
cool,
like a
right?
Batman
Just like-
hand.
Like a
Multiple
character.
gadgets.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So
That's sweet.
maybe in the spinoff. Yeah, we'll see.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great question.
What are you dressed as, by the way?
My daughters are Nezuko, and I'm the guy that's the swordsmith.
Oh, cool.
I'm the one that sharpens all the swords, so I put on this pretty little thing.
That's awesome.
Oh, you look amazing.
You do.
And I pushed out her box that she made. She actually made a Nezuko box.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
that's cool.
From Demon Slayer.
Please.
Gosh, people are so
You
creative.
just made me think of something. Have you guys seen Blue-Eyed Samurai? Yes. That show is amazing. So highly recommend that one. That's another
Perfect.
one I
Thank you.
didn't think of. Yeah. So,
Hey,
Oh yeah, hello again. Everyone has to do it.
Thank you.
Quick question. Thank you for doing your homework. The question is, what is some of your favorite dialogue you've gotten the privilege to perform, and why is it the most recent episode of Invincible?
I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it because it just came out a few days ago. But some of those lines in Invincible are so well written and so like spine-chillingly good that you pinch yourself when you get to the chance to deliver some of those. But I mean, Red Skull's had some great stuff. I think that's my favorite line probably of doing any of this stuff was, to me, my X-Men as Xavier. But like, there's something about this moment in Avengers: Infinity War when Gamora turns to Thanos, or Thanos turns to Gamora, I should say, and he's crying. And she goes, really? Tears? And Red Skull just goes, they're not for him. And there's that realization that she has on her face that, oh my God, my dad's going to kill me. My adopted dad is going to kill me. And there's just so many intense moments that we get to deliver in the Marvel Universe. And I love that it keeps pushing the boundary of, is this too dark? Is it not dark enough? You know, and I think we're finding that sweet spot again, which is nice. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Hello.
Hey,
Hey,
Ross,
what's
how's
your name?
everything? Good, good. My name's William. Ross, I just want to say I first saw you acting for Walking Dead, and I just want to say ever since then you were my favorite character.
Thank you so much.
And my question was, how was the journey like to becoming like immortal for Invincible?
How was the what now?
How was the journey like to becoming invincible and immortal and invincible?
Well, I got real lucky in that. That's one of the few jobs I've ever done where it was kind of. I still had to audition, but I just got offered the part pretty easily from Robert because he had done Walking Dead, of course, and Invincible, and he kind of cherry picked who he wanted from the Walking Dead cast to be like Abraham is Red Rush, Sasha. We got Martian Man. I mean Tyrese. All these people, like they're literally plucked from the show, and of course Invincible is Glenn. So you've got like 12 Walking Dead actors who are just immediately put into the first season and second season. And it's one of the few times where I've ever just been given a role, essentially, which was really cool. And I love playing him, even though he's certainly problematic, especially in this last episode. Yeah. Thank you.
You didn't have a question? You were just hanging out. Oh,
gotcha. Okay,
I love
okay,
that.
nice,
That was
nice. All right,
supportive.
All right.
Hey,
Hello.
How you doing?
Pleasure. So, as Red Skull, we never did get to see, in Endgame when Cap went back with the stone to return it. So, is there anything you could tell us about what would have happened since this would have been the first time they saw each other since the Second World War?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's something I've talked about with a lot of the people over there. I think it would be a really cool idea to have like a Captain America miniseries where he's returning all the stones. Because you see him go into the time machine as a young man, and then he comes back and he's sitting on the bench, and when Sam comes up to talk to him, and clearly a lot of time has transpired, and he's lived through a lot of life. But I have to imagine when he goes to Vormir and confronts Red Skull, he's not expecting to see him. Keep that in mind. No one's warning him that that's who he's going to confront, because Black Widow and Hawkeye. Well, for one, Black Widow is dead. Hawkeye doesn't know who this person is, and Thanos is the only other person that's alive to tell him, hey, by the way, and now Thanos has been destroyed. So, like, he has no preparation going into this meeting, and you can imagine that would be a little awkward because the last time they saw each other, that's kind of the reason why Red Skull got sucked into space in the first place, So, I really think that would be a really fun thing to explore, but it's up to Marvel at this point, So I don't know, and it's up to Captain America. Like if he wants to come back to the role, great, but it's up to Chris, So. What's that? The Red Hulk one? I've not seen it. Is it good?
what? The one that's coming out?
The one that just came out?
Wait.
Is it good?
Is
Oh,
it
okay,
already
okay.
out?
I think so. Yeah, I think it just came out yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yesterday, right? Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
We have some time for more questions. Anyone else have anything they want to ask? RFK? No? Yeah. Go ahead.
Why is it that they keep prolonging The Walking Dead? Like, people used to say, like, back in the early 2010s that the big three of television was Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, and Walking Dead. But
I think the great thing and the bad thing about zombies is that there's an endless supply of them, and they are, like you said, never ending. I mean, they can't until they get stabbed in the head or get their head blown off. They can't really die. So I think it's a franchise that still, for whatever reason, really does resonate with folks. Whether it's because they see the collapse of society being replicated in this in an interesting way, or it's like family, your chosen family. And just survival in general, I think, But, yeah, I mean, how would you have liked to see the show end?
I want to know what we're watching it for. Like, what's the ultimate thing? Like,
It's a great question.
and if there's no purpose for what we're watching, why watch all this suffering if we don't know what is it all for in the end?
It's a great question. You want, like, maybe it would be cool if there was, like, the rapture or, like, aliens coming down at the end. That'd be pretty
yeah.
cool. Like, they were like, we were the ones that did this the whole time. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, there you go. Contact the writers. Let's see what we can.
Yeah, I'll see what they could do.
Yeah.
No, but it's an interesting point. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah. Oh, thanks.
I think he's just back for another impression. No, okay. Go ahead.
Well, in reality, I played a D&D game with my friends, and one of my characters, the role-play game was called Deadlands, and we had a special character creation that we went through, and my character, legitimately, I kind of broke the game right from the beginning, and when I came out, my character, legitimately, I did the Macho Man voice the entire campaign, and my brother was like, oh, really? All my friends broke down. We all laughed. We had a great time.
You committed to the bit.
Oh, I did. It was great. It was.
Have you ever played D&D?
That's what I was going to ask.
there you go.
I tried years ago, but my girlfriend at the time was not very patient with me explaining the instructions, and she just, kind of jumped down my throat every time I was trying to learn. This was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But she just was not very patient, so I kind of was like, I don't want to play this anymore.
What kind of character do you think he should be?
Well, for him, just based off of the different type of character he has, I mean, he's got multiple things. I think what I would like to see you in, if they actually did, like I've seen all these different D&D movies that come out, and the last one with Chris Pratt. No, not Chris. Chris.
Chris Pine.
Chris Pine.
Yeah.
So that was decent. I like the characters that they did. The creatures were pretty cool. But I still think they need to get something done. Like, I think when I run a D&D game, it would be better movie cinematic than what we get to see. But anyway, I think for you, I think a perfect character, because I love playing a character, is a war priest.
Oh, what's a war priest?
So war priests are really cool. So they have the ability to heal, and their god is a war god, right? Whoa. So my god was Ares. And so their whole thing is they are a fighter first, and they get right into the combat with their warhammer and then just cause chaotic damage to everything, but they have the ability to heal themselves and others, vice like a paladin. A paladin is also like a healer like that, but the war priests, I think, have a little bit more lust in their ability to fight, and I think this, just overall, I think it's a whole lot better character. Plus, you get a whole entire clerical ability, and all the war spells, including sometimes even mage spells, can incorporate into your characters, so it's really cool.
This is great.
Great, I want to do it.
Yeah.
What would he sound like?
Whatever. Macho Man.
I kind of want him to sound like Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
I'm Jesse Ventura. This is the war priest campaign.
I
Son
think
of a bitch.
Yeah.
I think it takes place in the Baja.
It's in the Baja region, Baja, California.
He lives there. He really does. 6 months out of the year. I did a movie with him like 15 years ago, and he told me,
I live in Baja for 6 months out of the year. Minnesota gets too cold. I won't go there.
and you're
I
like,
got time to bleed.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
So good.
probably for you, I think it would probably be, I would go Celtic.
Oh, Celtic. Okay.
I would. That's where I would go, just
Ooh.
because that whole genre for me and my imagination and creativity goes through. That's what. 'Cause I run a campaign with my brothers right now, and it's called Mech Warrior, which
cool.
is all space. So
That
it's
is
everything,
very
and
cool.
it's planets, galaxies, universe, all kind of cool stuff. So yeah, I was just gonna ask if you did any role play.
Amazing.
That's cool. Thank you, man.
You're a war priest.
A war priest.
Sounds like Jesse.
I want to be a Judas priest.
Oh, so good.
That'd be cool. Stupid. I don't know. A what? Oh, I think a bard. I'd be a bard
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
It's a War Priest of Bard Rising. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Back again. You
Hey.
can always pitch to Marvel to do a What If series, and then you could play Captain America as well.
Ooh,
Then you get the whole series.
that's
all you.
I like that idea.
Just work on your Chris Evans.
I will say, I think Josh Keaton does.
The voice for What If.
Well, wait. No. Josh does Captain America on X-Men '97. That's what it is.
Oh, there you go.
And I mean, he
Still
does a
Marvel.
damn good. Josh is a damn good
So you
Captain
guys got to
America.
pitch it together.
Yeah.
What I was gonna ask, just lost it on that that train of thought, was specifically just went blank.
Oh, sorry.
Took me for a tangent. No,
It's
we're
okay.
Good. We're good. I'm off.
Oh, we were just talking about Captain America. The what?
Yeah,
if.
we were. No, that's why. But I
Oh.
do that one as a side note. No, that's
Come up with anything.
I mean, he's awesome, but no, that's
Anything.
No, it was something about dialogue and character. Oh, I did that one already. I completely forgot.
Favorite ice cream flavor? Is that what it was?
Favorite ice cream
What is
Oh,
it?
there we go. No, it's talk to us about your Tron musical.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
No,
So-
and to round it to something you could really talk about, any projects that you haven't gotten to work on or that you own like a type of writing or anything like that you can pivot from there. I mean,
Oh.
if you're willing to talk about your Tron musical, I'd love to.
I mean, the Tron musical. Who all has seen Tron? Yeah. Oh, nice. Not that many hands go up, so
Wait,
I'm
the
very
first
happy.
or the weird sequel?
Well, they're both great. Just they're both fantastic.
new one
There is, yeah. But whenever you get Daft Punk doing the music for something, it's gonna be good. And then they got Nine Inch Nails doing the music for the new one, which is very exciting. Or Trent Reznor, I should say.
It's no Danzig, but
Well,
we'll take it.
yeah, the Danzig Tron musical, that'd be amazing. But no, I was in theater school, and a friend of mine and I were going back and forth about how I said that normal theater is better than musical theater, and I stand by that. And she's like, yeah, I said it. And she's like, if you think it's so easy, then why don't you write a musical? And I'm like, bet. But I didn't say that because that wasn't around back then. But I said, you got it. And then I was watching Tron later that week. What's that? It was literally on a dare, yeah. Crystal dared me, and I said, I got you. And then for like 6 months, I wrote, I think it's like an 1.5 hour long musical.
Wow.
It's pretty nuts. Like, I really went hardcore on it. And we put it up at the Boulder Fringe Festival in 2004. And all my friends, we rehearsed it for like maybe 3 days. That's all we had time for. Wow. And it turned out pretty good, actually. I kind of want to pitch it to Disney and be like, do you want to do this with me? Because I already wrote the songs.
That'd be
It's
great.
pretty awesome, yeah.
Can we just whenever we're like, roll the footage, and we
Yeah,
have
yeah,
it right now?
it's like,
Nope,
yeah.
we don't have it.
I wish I had it, yeah. Sorry. Yes, sorry.
Hello.
So that was
So, I'm guessing you've read the Walking Dead comics. So, how did you react when they told you about Jesus? Since you're like, oh, come on, he's still going. Why are you gonna cut my paycheck?
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing that I was most looking forward to with Jesus and Aaron was taking down Beta. Because in the comics, they're the ones that actually kill Beta, not Daryl. And I was really looking forward to that because the fight sequence is amazing. Like, Aaron and Jesus are using their martial arts, and basically Beta's like coming at them with those giant knives. He stabs Aaron in the side, and then Aaron and Jesus somehow manage to get the upper hand, and they take him down. And I was really looking forward to that, but of course Jesus met his end in season 9, I think. Yeah, 9. So yeah, it was a bummer because we had a lot of fun stuff in the comics for sure.
Oh, and how'd you react when out of nowhere they just announced, oh, the comic series is over?
Yeah, that was weird because we were actually still shooting the show at the time. And, it was really bizarre because it was like 193, I think, was the last issue. And we're like, you couldn't go the extra 7, get to 200, make it rounded up for people with OCD like me? My God, that really bothered me. But, yeah, it just kind of ended out of nowhere. And it sent some shockwaves because I think a lot of people thought it was going to keep going and going. And to your point earlier, I think Robert just said, I've told as much story as I want to. I'm sure that another person can kind of take this and run with it, but for him, he thought that he'd explored enough of that world, and he just said, I want to end it,
Oh, one last thing.
Yeah.
So, what was it like doing Fear the Walking Dead, and was it a different experience? Because I'm sure people thought, oh, this is going to be a cool, epic prequel series to Walking Dead, and then it just turned into a Walking Dead 2.0 with different characters.
I actually never worked on that show. So,
But I'm sure it's great.
but you thinking of like maybe like Austin, Dwight?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
long it's been.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I never got a chance to work on that show, but yeah.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Hey.
Hello. I just wanted to ask, what's your favorite song or artist?
Favorite song or artist? Oof. Favorite artist of all time? It's a toss-up between Led Zeppelin and Nine Inch Nails because I mean they're both such. I mean, how can you? They're so good. Favorite song of all time? Man, hitting hard with the hard questions here, man. Of all time, man, probably Tchaikovsky. There's a Tchaikovsky song called March of Slav that I really love. That's probably the one.
What about from Nine Inch Nails? What's your favorite from
Ooh. Oh, God. That's a tough one. I mean, Closer's the one, obviously, that most people say, but I think it's probably something off of the Broken album. That's probably my favorite. Damn it. I don't know. Wish. Yeah.
Nice.
Good
choice.
answer. Good
All right,
answer.
thank you.
Thank you.
Who's your favorite?
My favorite song from, well, I'd say from Nine Inch Nails, I'd probably say like Head Like a Hole.
Oh, that's
or
a
The
good
Hand
one.
That Feeds. Those are like probably my top two. And then
Good
artists, probably like Gorillaz.
Gorillas.
Gorillas? Yeah. They're great.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's like the most recent concert that you had a chance to go to?
I haven't been to a concert in ages.
No.
I don't get out much.
Because you're so busy. You're booked and
Yeah.
busy.
I was on the road for 50 weeks last year, so I didn't get a time to do anything. So I'm a tired old boy. That's me. Yeah.
And now you get to hang out with us on a lovely
Yeah.
Sunday. We have
Hey,
time
we're
for.
in Miami. It's fun. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
If there's any final questions before we wrap it up, anything else?
Anybody? I don't know. Maybe. I really can't say. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, cool. Dang, that's a lot. Okay, so with regards to acting, I think I would put together stuff for like TikTok, YouTube. That's how a lot of people got started and recognized. If you are consistent, you put out good stuff. Usually, people take notice of that. But I would just start filming stuff with your friends or submitting to student films and indies online, and then you can build up a demo reel and then pitch it to different agents. Until you get a really good agent, you're not going to get a whole lot of opportunities. I'll just be honest. But that doesn't, not to discourage you, just letting you know, like, having a good agent is everything. And what was the other?
Pre-rituals?
Oh, yeah,
Before?
rituals,
Okay.
yeah. I try to see the world through the character's eyes as much as possible. I know that sounds hokey, but, like, if you can pretend that you are this person, it changes your posture, it changes how you look and sound, and it'll affect the quality of your voice, I think, to do that. So that's one thing that helps me a lot. And then if I could play any character, superhero from the Marvel or DC, I'd probably say Moon Knight, because I think he's the most interesting. He and Wolverine are some of the most interesting superheroes of all time because they're so tortured, they're so broken, that they've done a lot of bad things because of their mental state. And I think that's really interesting to explore. Captain America is fine, but he's just too perfect, you know. Iron Man, even they're flawed, but they're still just nice enough and perfect enough where it's not as interesting to me. I think playing a character like Loki or villains are always more interesting. They're more complex, right? The reason why they get there is very captivating, and most of the time when you watch their origin story, you're like, oh, I get it. Like Thanos especially, like he came to them with a pretty solid proposal, he was a scientist, essentially. And he's like, we can't support this. I think we should have a lottery system, kill off half the planet, and we'll be good. They didn't listen to him, and then his planet fell apart.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can kind of see the justifications for a lot of these villains, and I think that's always way more interesting to explore.
You like them that they're flawsome, right?
Flawsome?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
They're flawed and awesome?
Yeah.
Oh, I like. Did
you can
just
have
make
it.
that up?
No.
Oh. You're like, no. Cool.
We can pretend it in.
Flawsome, yeah.
All right.
Ooh,
hey.
nice shirt.
For Invincible, is season 4 and season 5 like finished? More season 4, and are you in them season 4 and season 5?
Is season 4, season 5 what?
Invincible.
So I can't speak to season 5, but we are beginning season 4, and I play like 12 different characters on there. So between Rudy and Immortal and Aquarius and all these guys, there's a chance you will hear me again, but I can't say because a lot of people die on that show.
Yeah.
Of course. And I don't want to get in trouble. Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
of course. Thank you.
We're not here to get you in trouble.
Yeah.
Patty Hopkins.
hey.
What's up, Patty?
So there's so many things to love about it, but what do you love so much in particular about Buc-ee's?
Well, first of all, I love that you gave me a Buc-ee's T-shirt last year.
Yes.
He gave me a limited edition Easter Buc-ee's
Easter.
shirt.
Yeah, they had just gotten we had just done St. Patty's Day.
Oh, is that-
we did two shows in a row. Like we did one in Orlando, and then the week after we did one in Jacksonville. And
That's
on the
right.
way up, I went and got it.
I've
That's
never
right.
been.
What's that?
I've never been to a Buc-ee's.
You've never been to a Buc-ee's?
No.
Oh my gosh.
And I think that they're building another one, right,
Yeah.
Patty? They're building another one.
Port St. Lucie area.
Okay.
I
Well, yeah,
believe.
they've
So-
got a ton.
They're slowly setting foot in Florida. It's like
Cool.
right now it's a race between them and Wawa.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so tell us everything.
Buc-ee's. Okay, so you've never been there?
No.
Oh my gosh. Buc-ee's is mecca for people who travel on the road all the time, like I do. Like a lot of cons I'll just drive to because it's easier. When you can find this like holy grail in the middle of the desert or the middle of the swamps, and they've got everything. They've got usually 200 or 300 pumps, gas pumps. No joke. That's not an exaggeration. It's like the size of like a Costco almost. It's huge, and you can get anything for your car, your truck. You can get food, like really good food in there too. It's amazing. It's kind of like Disneyland for adults, I think.
And is there like a bunch of like
Yeah.
beef jerkies like that are like
They have
Yeah.
a deli counter of various beef jerkies, and I don't mean
Yeah.
jokingly. I mean the size of a Publix deli counter.
Yeah.
Is the window displays nothing but jerky,
Yeah.
okay.
and someone who's there 24/7 to say, "Oh, would you like to sample this? Would you like to try this?"
And it boasts some of the best salaries of any company in America. Salaries. So like if you not salaries, that
I was like, that sounds
They got
delicious
some great
too.
celery
We're
there,
so
man.
hungry, guys.
To hell with the jerky, man. Give me the celery.
Celery.
I think of Buc-ee's. I think of celery. No, but they got like if you're like a manager there, it's like $125,000.
I love that.
Assistant manager's $110,000. It's like it's crazy amount. You can make a good amount of money working there.
So I might quit my day job.
I
and
might quit
go
my day job.
Let's go. We're
Let's
gonna go
work
to
in Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
I got one near Tennessee where I live. So yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's great. You should go. Make a
Patty,
point.
will you take me?
If
Oh,
y'all
yes,
haven't been
okay.
to
Well,
Buc-ee's,
as long as your husband comes along.
Okay, deal. We'll all go together. We're gonna make the venture
Buc-ee's.
on the way to Daytona 500. Thank you for your question, Patty.
Yeah, thank you.
Daytona, that's me. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. I
Thank you,
mean,
Patty.
I feel like what's a better way to wrap up a panel than talking about Buc-ee's?
I'm not sponsored by Buc-ee's, just so we're clear. I just
or
really love
Monster
them.
Energy drink, but this
Yeah,
panel is
yeah.
sponsored by Monster. There it is. So obviously, there's a lot we can't talk about. But is there anything that you can tell us while we wrap up this panel?
Yeah, so I can say, I think I'm allowed to say this, like X-Men 97 will probably come out early next year, I think.
We'll take it.
Don't know that for certain, but that's kind of what I'm hearing. Invincible's out right now. What else? Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy. I play Han Solo in that. Trying to think if there's other stuff. The other stuff I'm working on, I can't talk about because I'll get shot in the neck.
We don't want that.
That's
And I
NDA
feel like I'm in
City for
the
you.
line of fire here.
Yeah.
Do we have a photographer hiding out back there? Oh my gosh, we do. Ross,
we
is,
do.
is it
Great.
okay if we take a big group picture? Cool. If you guys want to come to the stage, just not on the stage, we're going to take a big group photo.